We were focusing on the role of migrants and expanding coverage of insurance and pensions to migrant workers around the world. There are about 280 million of them. They remit about $1 trillion a year, and they support about 800 million family members. So they are a vital part of the world's economy, but they are never really thought about in terms of a group in terms of insurance and pensions. So what we wanted to look at is how you would be able to expand coverage of insurance and pensions to them, but also to their families going forward. Does the enabling ecosystem exist? And the simple answer is no, mainly because most countries have never really thought about migrants as a group and how to integrate them beyond social security, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. But migrants who have many different income levels, many different types of jobs, are an inherently difficult group to cover in a pension system. So what we wanted to look at is how could you use existing examples where maybe they have worked, link them through to national social security systems, short-term savings, long-term savings, and in particular use the technology that is now available that meant that a lot of these things in the past were not possible. That technology, a little bit like the book that we did with pinBox before on enabling broader coverage of pensions more globally for the world's forgotten billion. You have to match the technology through to the governance and the investment. So the central message of this chapter, in many ways like the book before, is there is amazing things that you can do with technology now. You need to make sure that you can make the payments very simple for the migrants in their home country, where they come from, or the host country where they're working, and be able to connect those accounts. So you need cross-border payments, you need that to pass money laundering checks, but you need to stop it being incredibly complex. If you can do that, then there's a fighting chance, but in order to do that, you need to make sure that migrants can have the confidence that the money that they're saving goes into well-governed pension funds that will be there when they need it, or well-governed insurance products that, should the worst happen, they or their families can claim and make sure that they are protected. Well, partly because it's pinBox, it will get great global attention, and they will do what they've been doing for so many years in terms of taking a real insight into the lives of ordinary people, linking that to technology, but then bringing it to global attention, bringing it to the attention of policymakers and regulators to make things happen. We hope that we will continue working with them and that we will be able to show policymakers, regulators, and also other people in the industry that there are multiple examples of, even in the most difficult situations, that you can get coverage. And whether it's in the United Arab Emirates, where there's now compulsory insurance for migrants paid for by employers, whether it's some countries in South Asia where there are mandatory schemes that cover migrants before they leave the country, all of which can be improved, whether it's short-term savings, compulsory savings, auto-enrollment savings. All of these solutions are there in theory, and the question now is to use the book as a platform to make sure that they can be done and actually implemented in practice.